Alright guys, welcome to the first episode of my Dark Souls 1 guide slash playthrough series, I guess. I know it's been done absolutely to death, but I figure, why not? I haven't played Dark Souls in several years, probably since 2013 or so, and I'm probably gonna pick up Dark Souls 2 and 3 for the first time. Really late to the party, but better late than never, I guess. And I'm gonna use Dark Souls 1 as kind of like a practice run, I guess. I gotta get back to some semblance of decent. So I figured I might as well record myself and make kind of a guide series out of it. I'm gonna get every single item in the game. I know where they all are, and it shouldn't be that much of an issue. I'm gonna kill all the bosses, stuff like that. It should be pretty easy, pretty fun.
In the age of ancients, the world was
Hopefully you guys find it interesting and helpful.
shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire. And with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty gods peeled apart their stone skins. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath, the Scaleless, betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side. Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Alright. Let's do this. So, during this whole guide thing, I think that's the stray demon, by the way. I'll be coming back here for him. I think during this playthrough, I'm kind of... I know most of you have probably already played the game and know all the cutscenes by heart pretty much already, but I figure might as well just let them play out. If you want to, you can just skip ahead. It's not that hard. And the voice acting in this game is just so fantastic. I like to listen to it as it is. So, for those of you who don't know and haven't played the game for whatever reason, you come through this door after you get that bonfire, and if you look up, there's somebody waiting for us. So we sprint through the room. You can try and fight him. It probably won't end well for you. You just go through the gate. Don't stand next to the gate because he can hit you through it. I made that mistake once. Didn't end well for me. Go over here, grab your shield, equip it, and sprint towards this guy with that's shooting arrows at you. He runs away. I decided to get a backstab in for a whole 6 damage with my shitty broken sword. Get that hand axe. If you didn't already know, the starting weapon and shield changes from class to class. Kill him and go up through this hallway and through the fog gate thing. And in there is a friendly face. Avoid that boulder.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I are both undead. Hear me out, will you? Regrettably, I have failed in my mission. But perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen. And thine exodus from the Undead Asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask, an undead favorite. Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
Alright, we can leave. And the 4th step, it seems, on that staircase triggers him to kill himself. You don't have to go back and watch him die or anything. You just get 100 souls from it. That little motherfucker pushed that boulder down on top of us. Kill him. Proceed. There's a body off to the right here. You gotta make sure you grab that. In my case, it's the pyromancy flame, because I'm a pyromancer. Take care of these 3 idiots. Probably didn't need to grab that, but whatever. Might as well, it's right there. Alright, once you go through this fog gate, there's going to be the Asylum demon that jumped down from the ceiling. The two-hand your weapon, walk off that, and, like, drop attack him, or plunge attack him. And just try and stay behind him. He's easy enough to dodge, and, like, stay around the back end of. If you do that, he's not dangerous at all. It's just like a pretty much given boss. He's easy. Gets me how his butt jiggles like that. And it just beat him to death. It doesn't. I mean, it takes a while for what it is, but it's not hard at all. Just stand next to the door, use the key, go through the door. And that's pretty much the Undead Asylum taken care of. Up these stairs, there's a soul off to the left. And like straight across from here, I miss it, but I go back for it. And off to the left now is like a bird's nest that you can like drop items in and quit out of the game and load back up, and a different item will be there. Like, you can trade items basically.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the Undead Asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Snuggly is cool. I like his name. Make sure you rest at this bonfire, because if you die and you haven't rested at it yet, straight back to the asylum. You have to take the ride from the bird again. So in this episode, we're pretty much just going to run around Firelink and get all the items here that we can. I die twice in the graveyard just because I get trapped by skeletons and they bleed me to death. But just run around, pick up all like the miscellaneous crap, and we're gonna do like the graveyard run in like 3 parts because I couldn't do it in 1 or 2. This soul a lot of people miss just because it's kind of back behind that corner. It's the smallest soul possible, but it still counts. as a thing. We're gonna get all the things, so I have to get it. Now up here where the elevator is the shortcut for later on. A lot of people say you can't jump down here, but you can. It's like a 3-foot drop. And just loot all these 4 chests here, and then I think the graveyard, the first part of the graveyard run is after that. Or I might go back to the bonfire and reset all the skeletons. Yeah, go back. If anybody knows why those messages float, like some messages float, I think they're put there in the game by the developers. I don't know why they float. They have like a weird icon, like an NPC icon. I'm gonna run this way, grab run past that just because I don't need it. I'm gonna grab the Zweihander, which I think is going to turn into our main weapon for the entire playthrough. Back when I used to play a lot, I love that weapon. Let's run back, avoid him. This is where I die for the first time, because I get trapped by him. You can dodge all his attacks, but the guys behind me get me. Yeah. So if you screw up just one part of the graveyard run, that happens, and those skeletons are absolutely merciless. That's the one, yeah. Looked like it's left by Frampt or something. I don't know why it's there. I'm gonna run back down here, grab our souls, and I think 1 or 2 more items. Yeah, the wing spear. And I think we can grab 1 more soul. Yeah. And then it's out of the graveyard. Level up a little bit, put everything into strength for the time being, because I want to be able to wield the Zwei with 1 hand as soon as possible. I think I'm going to focus mostly on strength and endurance in this build and make him tanky. Kind of like a glass cannon, probably. What I'm doing right now is I'm running down to the very first part of the New Londo ruins, because I want to grab what's that weapon called, the Estoc, and the Firekeeper soul that's down here, just to start off with a good +1 Estus flask. So if you're unaware, the New Londo ruins is inhabited by ghosts, which, if you don't have any type of curse affecting you, that's the Firekeeper soul. If you don't have any curse affecting you, you can't touch them or block them, but they can sure as hell beat the crap out of you. So to get to this Firekeeper soul, you run through that door under this one, and there's a very thin archway that you have to stay on. Those two ghosts that come up next to you like to push you off. So just bone home from there, because you don't want to have to fight back. You can't fight back through those guys. Unless you want to pop a transient curse. You picked up 2 of those, but they'll still be a bitch to fight at this level. And with that specific shield. So, running down now to reinforce the Estus Flask to +1. That's the Firekeeper of Firelink Shrine. She can't speak because her tongue got cut out, and she's like a prisoner. Because now, I'm pretty sure we got everything that we can get right now in there, or else we'll get it later after we activate the shortcut. We're going to come over here, take care of these guys, and pick up that item on the ledge, the item on the bridge, the item just inside the tunnel, kill the rat, and the item like just up past the stairs. So those guys can be a little bit of a bitch if you're new. I know the first time I played, they probably killed me like 5 times in a row. So keep in mind for this entire playthrough, I never was a like awesome godly player. I was pretty good at PvE, but couldn't do PvP worth crap. Although I don't really know how much of that I'll have to fear now, because it's like 4 years since this game came out, and I have a feeling PvP will have dropped off significantly after the release of Dark Souls 2 and 3. I'm gonna get that last. Grab that soul. Over here, kill the rat. The rat, every time you pass by here, you should kill the rat, because the rats have either the highest or the second highest drop rate of humanity in the game. And you can always use more humanity. So for this drop, don't roll. If you roll, you will fall. Just walk diagonally off that ledge. Like, angle yourself towards the bridge and walk off. Pick up a Ring of Sacrifice. It's completely useless in every way, but getting every item, and that counts as an item. Jump off over there. Back down the stairs we go. No, I still haven't died the second time yet. I need to go back to the graveyard and pick up the shield. Oh, and that soul. Yeah. So I'm a little rusty as far as the graveyard run goes. I haven't done it in 4 years. Yeah, beat the crap out of me. Yeah. I'm sorry if this episode isn't particularly entertaining. There's not a whole lot to talk about. Just running around picking up items. It's pretty self-explanatory. Later videos, like Dark Root and stuff, will be much more interesting. I think Next video is going to be Undead Berg and the Taurus Demon. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.